Hello, 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 my darlings. How are you today? Well, it's a nice, beautiful day in Atlanta. We got fall weather, and I have the back door open. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Mm-mm. I haven't been out today because I did so much yesterday. Who's 65? Whew, Lord, help me, somebody. This is for 65 and older. If you're younger, that's because you love me and you want to know what's going on. But if you're 65 and older, this is your spot. But one of the things we talked about at the last time we were together, we talked about super aging. Of course, I used a book written by people who don't know me. I don't know them. Let me see, I did a little cutting and trimming. Ooh, Georgianne. I don't know. Anyway, um, I like this book. It's got some good stuff in here, and I like the other things that I use, but this book, and we talked about, I don't want to recapitulate every time, but I'm hoping by now you have your finances together, and you have your, let me see, who you are, you know who you are, you met yourself, you reintroduced yourself actually to some people. I asked you to go out and introduce your new self to people that knew you, your old self, and see how they like this person. Like I like this person. People who are just meeting me now, they missed all the other Georgians, but this Georgianne, I like her, and so I'm reintroducing her in various communities. I'm reintroducing her. Like this is a new Georgianne, okay, and I like her. Um, and so I had to introduce myself to her. And what about you? Have you met the you knew you? Whatever that new is, because you're retired now. You don't have to go to that job. You might want to go to some job, but you don't have to go to that one. I don't want you to sit around either. I want you to get that I am list together, get the goals together, get your finances together. Quit giving that money away to those children. I know you can't take it with you, but you certainly can enjoy some other kinds of way. I want you to save your money and get three people, three or four people. It's either three or five if you're single, three or five, people, and go and get this expensive meal somewhere. Somewhere it didn't. I guess it maybe not. It doesn't have to be expensive. I would just think, if you're gonna save your money, you may as well go somewhere else that you hadn't been before. Go somewhere you haven't been before. Uh, get on the plane and go to Maxime's. Do they still have Maxime's in Paris? I don't know. I haven't been there for a while. But just go somewhere and have a nice meal and jump on a plane and come back. Some of you all have it like that. You can't take it with you. And the insurance gonna get those children some money, and more likely the kids got some money anyway. And so you may as well go ahead and enjoy it, and go somewhere, see somebody, do something different. We talked about that. So one of the things this book starts with is attitude. Well, I need an attitude adjustment. When you get a certain age, you ought to have a reputation by now of some kind. And I have a hard time with people telling me something they want me to do and then threatening me. Really? So if you want me to do something, you can call me up on the phone. I may have missed the email or whatever's going on. There's a lot going on with me. But my reputation, who I am, ought to stand for something. For you tell me, you're going to tell on me. Really? I need an attitude adjustment today. I'm glad that's first in the book. Attitude. What is your attitude? Your attitude impacts everything. We talked about that. Those three cancers I had, those three surgeries, some of the life experiences I've had, I have to have the attitude. God is going to take care of me. My son-in-law, Reverend Raymond Swafford, says all the time that his parents told him that God promised them that God would take care of him and his sister when the parents are gone on to glory. And so he says that God is going to take care of me, and that's what he says. And I didn't have that kind of promise, but I have that kind of feeling. I like that he says that, and I like that he has that attitude, and I like my attitude. That's going to be all right. Whatever, it's going to be all right. So you're having surgery. Just get the date. Get the date and the time, what you got to do. When what day you'll be back home. Do you have to go to rehab? Just get all that laid out so you know. Get your cologne, your clothes, and all that together. You're gonna take to the hospital. What you're gonna wear? Cause when you come out the hospital, darling, you got to brush your teeth. I think they have all that in the hospital. I don't know, but you got to bring something. There was a lady that told me she could bring something from home just to remind her of home. I think it's a very good idea. Actually, it was Dr. Catherine Meeks that told me. And so, if you bring something from home and put it in your room when you come out of surgery, you feel like home. You start looking at it, you think, oh, that's attitude. You're looking at whatever you brought from home. You got to go back to that space. You see, so you'll get yourself better. You'll start thinking better. Like I pushed the pain, the morphine thing, and then I would not push it anymore. I just stopped. Like, okay, it'll be all right. Cause I gotta go. I gotta go, and I want to know what's going on too. That's why I could never really drink out or do drugs. Cause how you gonna know what's going on? You see, so you gotta it's their attitude. So I need an attitude adjustment today, though. I needed one. It took me all day to get to you all today. I've been free all day, but I had an attitude. What the young people say, I had a toot. I don't know. 65, when you get a certain age, you have retired. I've raised a child. I'm not a child. Oh, what do we like to say? I'm a grown woman. I love that. Is that black? Is that a black culture thing? Write that down when you subscribe. Could you write at the bottom? Do white people say I'm a grown man? I think we said, wait, that's a black culture. I'm a grown man. Because they treated us like boys and girls. We went from boy and girl to uncle and auntie during the enslaved period of time in America. I think that's why we said we're grown now. I'm grown now. I think that's a black thing. And I think it comes out of that enslaved mentality that we had to operate under for so many years that now we don't do that. And I'll say it in a minute, I'm a grown woman. I have y'all see this gray is coming. I like my gray hair though. I just wish needed to grow back. I like my own hair. Y'all know I wore my own hair. I got pictures of me wearing my own hair, but I keep praying on it coming back. Anyway. And it left with chemo. So anyway, so I needed an attitude adjustment today because I won't have anybody write me an email. You're going to tell somebody on me if I don't do A, B, and C. I don't understand that at all at this age in my life or at this station in my life or I work somewhere where you would threaten me with an email. Are you going to tell on me if I don't do something? When all you have to do is say, what, Jordan, did you forget? Because we know you. That's all they had to do. So we need books like this. Because the first thing they said was check your attitude. They probably didn't mean the one I have today. Because I got one today. I really do. But I'm going to make the best of it. Telling me something about you going to tell somebody. Really? God. Anyway, I'm sorry. You all know me. I don't like that kind of thing. Because I'm about business. I get things done. I've been over backwards. I go extra mile. Extra mile. Nobody ever has to ask me more than once. And that's something to talk about too. An attitude. You're 65. You've done a lot. You're already retired. You learn the ways of corporate America. You learn the ways of white collar workers, blue collar workers, all collar workers. You know it by now at 65. And so you really have to, I guess, at some point, maybe we hold our tongues. Silence is a good response when people are coming at you. I read that in Ptahhotep. His last maxims were all about how to act with people. And I think it's all part of attitude. And when people come at you, and you're 65, and that little stuff they're talking about ain't about nothing, And you know that little stuff they talking about? It's just they don't even know. They got to get to, and somebody, usually somebody 45 or 35 is talking to you, and you already know they got to get to 65. Sometimes it is best to be silent. That's a part of attitude, I think. I got more stuff here, but I just want to talk about, it's just selfish. I'm talking about Georgiana today, aren't I? Well, that would be normal too, wouldn't it? Super aging. Getting older without getting old. You don't have stuff like, see, here's the conflict. I'm talking to you about attitude, and then I got a different attitude. I'm talking to you about getting 60, being 65 and older, and how, what to do. And I forgot myself, didn't I? I did. You got to, we talked about yesterday how you can add 7.5 years to your life being positive. 7.5 years to your life being positive. And I'm a positive sister. That's why I understand somebody will write me, who? You don't know me? You must don't know me. That's what I should have said. Would that be arrogant to say that? Write that down there. Subscribe and write. That would be arrogant. Would that be arrogant to say, you don't know me? Maybe so. I didn't write that, but I did write something. I did. Positive attitude. I try to have one. Sometimes silence is better. In hindsight, I probably should have been silent, but it caught me wrong because I try to be that kind of person. I don't ever want anybody. I don't like to hold papers back or forms back or be the last one to get the paper in or the form in. The last one to get the work in. I don't like that because you need it for a reason. You see, so if I don't get something in, I just think maybe I'd rather have somebody just call me up and say, Georgianne, girl, we're waiting for that paper. And I'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know that. I am so sorry. But when you write me and threaten me, oh my God. I don't know, y'all. I need an attitude adjustment while I'm talking to you all. 65 and older, I'm going to do better. I'm going to add these I guess I've already added the 7.5 years to my life. What you think? You all know I talk to 65 and older, but I'm way past 65, honey. Yes, I am. But you know what? I think I'm going to join you. I'm going to be 65 and farther. Yeah. 65 and plus. That's who I am. So I can add these 7.5 years with a positive attitude. That's what this book is talking about, a positive attitude. And how do you embrace this whole Asian thing? I told you week before last, I had a rough time with it. I had a rough time embracing 65. What about those aches and pains that you didn't have before? Oh my goodness. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. Just aches and pains. Darling, don't you just love all this? Luxurious, just yellow. Anyway, all those aches and pains that you didn't have before, that you're like, whoa, what happened? Where did that pain come from? And then you start going to the doctor and they start giving you pills. So I'm not going to, listen. My attitude, we talking about attitude still. So when they give you those pills, let's find out what those pills are for. And if there's something that you can do that you don't have to take that pill, then do that. If you're eating too much of something, I'm not the one to talk to you about health. I'm just no, I'm not the example. I'm just going to talk about it. Don't do as I do. Do as I say do. Had 2 donuts for breakfast. Krispy Kreme. Remember I went and got those donuts over there at the Krispy Kreme where the person didn't come and get them. And somebody had to eat them. They were just sitting there. A dozen donuts. Just sitting there. From Krispy Kreme. Put them in the microwave. They taste just like you just got them from Krispy Kreme. I had 2. Okay. Anyway. This whole aging thing. How do you embrace these things that's going on with you? These aches and these pains and all these pills. I'm grateful. I don't know how to say it, because if I say it, then sometimes things happen. But I don't take any medicine. I guess not at this point. It must be something when I put something down, it just want to fall. I don't know. But anyway, all that chemo I had, that chemo I brought home, whoo, that infusion chemo to try to keep you alive. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, God, Jesus. Okay. Okay. We're not going to talk about that. I'm grateful I don't take any medication, but I take a lot of elderberry. Oh, I don't do a lot of turmeric, just elderberry and graviola. I think it's called Javiola because the G is the H maybe, but and graviola and black seed oil tea. And I don't take anything else. I'm grateful. It's not probably I may need something, but they never can find anything to give me, so I take Tylenol when the aches and pains. I'm gonna drink me some black seed oil tea. I've already had the graviola. That's an everyday thing. You know where I got that from? Mrs. Azira Hill. She was so kind. Her daughter, Azita, she has two daughters, Nancy and Azita. Azita Kendall sent me the graviola. Her mother had talked to me about it. It's the best. It's the best. My daughter said remember it's a plane crash? It was a plane crash. And they found these kids in the jungle, and they had this powder. Their parents or something had this powder on the plane. That was the powder, my daughter said. And they survived in the jungle. I mean, I just believe. I mean, Mrs. Hill is gonna be. It's 100 this month. 100 years old. She's been on it. I mean, I trusted her, and I got on it. Then I got off of it, and got on it, got off of it. But as the older I get, the more I see where, and the older she gets too, excellent health. And I wanted that, so I'm on that graviola, black seed oil tea, and elderberry. I think that our indigenous people, and when we were in over in Africa before we came here, that we had those the plants. We had plants. You didn't have pills, and people got well. You see, and so people they had medicine men and medicine doctors. And I'm not saying, I believe in our doctors here. I know I wouldn't be here if it had not been for my three surgeries and my wonderful surgeons, Dr. Rosberg Phillips for breast cancer, and Dr. Timothy Simon for one cancer. And I don't know why I don't have the name of the other person. I guess because he retired right after me. Oh, and I can see his wonderful face. Just a wonderful, wonderful doctor. Okay, I'm going to go back and get all my doctors' names because Dr. Doug Collins, my oncologist. I have some more people. I need to get their names. Okay. But anyway, so I trusted them. And they went to school, read the books, and understood what to do. And all of them believed in God. And all of them believed in prayer. And when you got a doctor like that, that's attitude too. We're still on attitude, right? When you have a doctor that has that kind of attitude, that'll help you have a better attitude. And they will help you with your medicines and your medication when you're out embracing this age of 65 and older. You know, I want you to do more with 65 and older. One of the things when we talked about developing a a positive attitude was whether or not you were confident. Now you know I'm confident. I am confident, and I didn't know they had a word for it, because I just did with Georgian what I thought I was supposed to do. There's a voice that talks to you, know. Do you hear that voice? Do you hear that voice that talks to you? There's a voice. I need to get a new one of these. I got to go to Amazon and get a new one of these because you can't. When they don't do right, it's time to get a new one. What's it? 26.95. Yeah. Anyway, it's a confidence you have to have. I don't ever remember not having it. I didn't have a name for it, but the teacher told my mother. I always repeat this story that if Georgian jumped out of the window, everybody would jump out with me. That the people just kind of, I was kind of Pied Piperish, come on y'all, let's go this way, and it would end up being something good. I tried not to ever lead anybody in a bad way. And all that's attitude. Your attitude has to be, in order to embrace this age and have confidence and a positive attitude, then you're gonna have to be confident somewhere about yourself. You have to have some kind of confidence in yourself. If I tell you to raise the money to go out to eat, you're gonna have to have a degree of confidence to do all of that. You know, and I mean, it's just a positive attitude you have to have. I think I was looking at a list here. Oh, about being patient. I guess I wasn't patient today. I don't know. I didn't. I just didn't like it. I don't like people to tell me what to do with a threat. I don't like being told what to do, but I know we have to listen. You have to be told what to do. If we weren't told what to do or didn't have some kind of rules and regulations, we'd be in complete chaos. So it's not that. It's just how you do it. It's back to that. Oh, we're still on attitude, isn't it? It's your attitude and telling me what to do. Because I worked at Delta 16 years. Now, the first year was all, I'm not going to say everybody was a racist. That won't be fair. But there was a racist overtone. And I think it was just one person that made it bad, maybe two, but this one person, he made it bad for the first, the second, and the third black person to work in public relations at Delta Airlines. He did. And I think that people didn't pay attention or they knew, but it was a silence. It was early in the game and nobody wanted to say anything. All that's under attitude, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that, but just having patience, being positive, being confident. All this helps with embracing the 65 and older age. I told you about the guy that died. He got everything together to retire and he died the next day. I don't know. What was that attitude? I wonder. I wonder what that was. Well, anyway, there's something else that says be a goal getter. I think I talked to you about being a goal getter. I did talk to you about that. Because I said you got to make some goals to go with the I am. Whoever you are, you need to say, I am Georgianne, I am Christian, I am mother, I am black, I am tall, I am sometimes overweight. That's too many words. Anyway, I am. I am smart. I am. Just I am. Just get you 21 of those. You don't have to tell everybody, but just I am. And then you put some goals next to that. hmm I am a singer. There's an extra word in there. And then over the goal would be to finish my music. Something happened today. I know you all are tired of hearing me talk about something happened today. I'm tired of talking about it. But his name is Dale Ramsey. Look up Dale Ramsey. Ooh, 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 ooh. And Jarvis out in Cali, my friend who was friends with Harvey Scales, who was my friend. We pretended like we were cousins all the time. We swore we were cousins. Um, anyway, I can't wait to go in the studio with Dale Ramsey. I mean, look him up. Please look him up. The fact that he even talks to me is because of Jarvis. He wouldn't be talking to me ordinarily. If it were not for Jarvis, he would not be talking to me. So I am grateful. And then secondly, he has a a benevolent feeling about him. About him, there's a benevolence in his heart. Cause he wouldn't give me the time of day on an ordinary day. Cause he is Dale Ramsey. Duh. Okay, so what else? Uh, anyway, all this, I went astray, didn't I? Sometimes I just go off and get to talking. But I just want you all to be excited about this whole 65 and older and what comes with all of it. You know, when you've gone through, see, we've had a lot of experiences. We've had a ton of experiences. And we had a ton of heartbreaks, a ton of disappointments. We've had all of that. And that's why when we retire, we have to work on our attitude. We have to remember not to be bitter. That's what I was today. No, I wasn't bitter. I got another word for it. But but anyway, we have to remember not to be bitter. We have to embrace this 65. You're 65. You need to say, you know what? I had a hard time last week. I told you. I just keep looking at this face. And I just can't. You know, I have somebody that I think I want to like this. But they should like all of it. Right? Well, somebody does like all of it. But I'm just saying, maybe it's just me. Anyway, it all works on attitude. It's all part of attitude. So I think you have to embrace all of this too. You have to embrace when a man, you know, the bald head is sexy now. That's a new thing. Get it all shaved off. I don't understand having no hair right here and some kind of hair right here. I don't understand that at all. But I mean, that's your style though, you see. But in my case, and then you all the men out here know the women got something going on with this hair thing. Don't get in that conversation at all. Because you get in one with me, you're going to get another attitude, the one I had with the other people. Because one thing, I'm unhappy that my hair is not grown back. Anyway, attitude. 65 and older, I need you to be confident. You know, I got these keys to embracing aging. I got this off of the internet, K-State Research and Extension, as they talked about, be confident, be positive, be patient, be a goal setter, be a hard worker, be fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh at yourself. I laugh at Georgianne because she's funny. And be accepting of change. Oh my God, that's what I'm working with. I'm working with myself. I'm working with myself. I'm working with myself. Every time I see something, I work with myself. Oh my God. You know, one day it just got me real badly. I was having a hard time. I was like, God, come on. Take me back. Take me back. In the church song like that. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway. I don't know how, do men have that? I don't have my teeth first when I lost my teeth. So I'm okay with it now. But oh my God. We worked so hard. You know, James Brown and I had the same dentist. Did I tell you that I talked to James Brown? I mean, James Brown was like somebody that was every day. We had the same dental appointments. We were always up there together, always talking, always in the lobby or something. Whatever. Anyway, I asked him one day, could I sing in this group? He said, okay. He said, okay, so fast. I never followed. I never talk about it anymore. Like, I could. You all knew how long I've been wanting to sing and to be up there with him. But I couldn't. There you go. I shot myself in the foot. Like I shot myself in the foot with Young and Rubicam. Cam. Yeah, Young and Rubicam. That's a whole nother story. You know how big Young and Rubicam is? Yeah. I shot myself in the foot with the Schlitz beer commercial. Just dumb stuff, Georgianne. I don't want y'all to don't do like I do. Do like I say do. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I I got to work on myself today. I really do. There ought to be a book, something, a book within a book. Don't say nothing off out the way to grown people. You know what? We could do a second part of this book, the black version. I'm sorry. You know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you. I know y'all laugh at me all the time. I love you. I love you. Love you. And you can't do anything about it. I'll be all right.